Hello and welcome to the special show to Catch a Star, whose theme this season is Rising Talent. My guest today is a wonderful actress who made such a lasting impression in her two films that both filmmakers and audiences were heartbroken when she upped and left soon after. 4 years on and she's back now, this time presumably for the long haul. Determined to continue making movies that remain etched in people's minds for long, she's making careful and calculated choices. Let's welcome the star of Hazaron, aisi, the very beautiful and immensely talented Chitrangada Singh. Chitrangada, welcome to the show and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Chitrangada, you've just completed your comeback film, Sorry Bhai. You've been away for about 4 years since you returned to do this film. Tell me, what is it exactly that drew you back? Was it your love for acting or the fact that you were obviously being missed?
I think it was simply cinema that brought me back. I was missing acting a lot, and I didn't realize it. I think it took me 4 years to really completely realize and crystallize in my mind that this is it, and this is what makes me happy. This is what makes me happiest, actually. That's when I'm, really in my element. Yeah.
बावरे से इस जहां में बावरा एक साथ हो इस सयानी भीड़ में बस हाथों में तेरा हाथ हो बावरी सी धुन हो कोई बावरा एक राग हो बावरे से पैर चाहे बावरे तरानों के बावरे से बोल पे
Did you decide that you wanted to return to the movies first, or was it being offered a film like Sorry Bhai that made the decision easier?
I was already thinking. I was thinking of making phone calls, and I was thinking of coming back, and I was itching to actually come back by then. And it was perfect coincidence that Onir got my number from somewhere, and he called me around the same time, and he mailed me the script, and I loved it. I loved the script the minute I read it. And the next day morning, Onir was on a flight and he was sitting in my drawing room. We were signing a contract. Okay. It all happened so fast. And it was perfect. I mean, I loved it. And I think Onir is a very good director. He's done 2 films which were really well done and handled something which is very difficult to do, I think. So challenging, and it was good.
Okay. Yeah. Did you enjoy his previous films?
I did, yeah. I thought, again, like I said, he tried to do something which was different. He tried to handle something which was a difficult subject to handle.
Right. And do you mean My Brother Nikhil?
My Brother Nikhil and Bas Ek Pal, both of them. I think he did it very well. There was a certain kind of a sensibility. There was a quality to that film. It was done very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen Sorry Bhai. I know it releases on the 28th of November. I liked the film. I thought it was a nice, a warm family holiday kind of movie. What I thought was interesting about your character is that she's anything but a conventional, traditional girl. She is the leading lady of this film, but she makes a bold, brave decision. She takes responsibility for her actions, but she's never a victim.
Yes.
I can see why it's a great role for an actor. Were you concerned that some people might perceive her as morally sort of questionable?
I think we're all morally questionable sometime or the other, and that makes you ordinary. That makes you a girl next door, because, everybody makes, some kind of a decision which probably would be morally incorrect, so to say. But she's, I think, a very simple a girl next door, again. I think she's traditional in a lot of ways. But yes, she's not a victim. Not that she's one of those who would say, no, I won't let this happen to me and all that, but I think she just grows into realize that if she becomes a victim, as a result of that, a lot of other people are going to suffer as well, because she remains unhappy and, so on and so forth. So I think that's the kind of sensibility that she grows into having, through the film and through this, the relationship that she goes through. So I think, she's not a victim. She is today's girl, and she questions. She's probably, in the beginning, slightly submissive, emotional, confused. But I think through the film, by the end of it, she's probably the strongest of the lot, because she makes a decision which is a difficult one and stands up and faces it, and faces the consequences of it, and takes responsibility.
Jalte hain sang sang mere खामोशी आहें अंधेरे देख ले झांक ले